of this pro bono. Nung ako po ay nahalal bilang chairman ng Special Committee on Nuclear Energy, wala na po akong oras na asikasuhin itong advokasya. This advocacy, which is a non-profit that we founded years ago. So I asked her if she would be willing to lead it because I couldn't do it anymore. So thank you so much, Gail, for all your assistance. And without Gail, this advocacy would have shut down. There's nobody else to handle it. May mga sinabi si Gail kanina na gusto ko lang i-correct ng konti. Sabi niya, fuel intensive ang uranium. In fact, it is energy intensive. Isang pellet lang na uranium, nandun po ang katumbas ng mga fossil fuels. And that's only using 4% of the mass of the pellet. There is 20 more times recovery of energy in generation 4 reactors. So imagine, ang laki na nakukuha ng napakakonting fuel, and that so-called nuclear waste can be reused 20 times. So ang laki pong kayamanan para sa bansa na as of now will be untapped. But for me, kung ako po ang tatanungin, dapat po yan ay isang tabi para sa mga darating na henerasyon ng Pilipino. It's almost free fuel. Ngayon, kung talagang hindi natin ma-overcome ang ating unjustified fear of nuclear fuel, pwede po natin yan ipaon sa lupa, 2 kilometro ang lalim, 2 kilometro ang horizontal distance ng butas, ilalainin po natin ang bakal yan, and ipaon natin po dyan, backfill natin ng bentonite mud and concrete, and it is gone for eternity. Pwede nang kalimutan, wala na pong gastos, forever. Yan po ay sa batas na ating ginagawa sa ngayon, prepaid. 6 centavos per kilowatt hour. Example po ang ating TNTP1, which would produce 5 billion kilowatt hours a year. Sa 6 centavos, that is 300 million pesos a year. To get rid of 26 pieces of this. Ito pong nuclear fuel assembly, pag nagamit na sa loob ng reactor for 4.5 years, yung po ang tinatawag na nuclear waste. So 26 pieces of this a year. Yun lang ang 300 million ang pang-dispatcha po niyan. Imagine, after 80 years, buhay ng nuclear plant, gano'ng kalaki po yung pondo niyan para to get rid of tinatawag na nuclear waste. Pero sayang kung i-get rid of, ibaon natin. But if we really want to make it disposable, may paraan po. Meron din 6 centavos, hiwalay na 6 centavos for end-of-life decommissioning ng nuclear plant. Kaya yung sinasabi po nila, anong gagawin natin doon sa naluma na nuclear plant, paano i-dismantle, bayad na rin po yan. And right now, there are 5 nuclear plants being decommissioned in the United States. What they are finding out is that it's much cheaper and simpler than they originally thought it would be. So, the #1 company doing decommissioning in the United States is a company called Holtec. All their estimates are way below the amount of money which has been set aside. And there are already nuclear plants, aside from these 5, which have been decommissioned in the United States. If you go there, I'm sorry, I did not prepare pictures, but maybe later on we will flash it on the screen. may pictures of these plants na decommission. No? Yung forest, bumalik na, hindi mo ma-distinguish from virgin land itong mga lupa to. So, ganun din ang pwedeng mangyari po dito sa atin. There where the bananas are, I also have a bag of 0060, that is potassium chloride fertilizer. And beside it, I have a bag of potassium nitrate fertilizer. And may kulang pa, may dapat isang bag din dyan ng bigas. We have Geiger counters there. Later on, we can interact with that. You put the Geiger counter on the rice, you get a reading. You put the Geiger counter on the fertilizer, you get a reading, much higher reading. What is that trying to tell you? That for you to fear radiation, you have to have the proper context. Diba? Radiation is all around us. It is in all the water we drink, in all the food we eat, in the building materials all around us, on the ground we are standing on, in the ocean where we take a bath. There's radiation everywhere. So, radiation per se is not bad. It's the dose which makes the poison. And if you stand outside a running nuclear plant for an entire year straight without leaving that spot, you will get less radiation than eating a single banana. That's just a fact. So, dapat po ilagay natin sa tamang konteksto. What else do I want to talk about? Yes, wala po dito yung chart ng the lethality of nuclear power compared to all the other energy sources like coal, gas, oil, wind, solar, etc., hydro. Turns out that nuclear is the safest one by far. And the implication is that since nuclear displaces everything else, when you build nuclear, you don't have to build the other stuff. It saves lives. How many lives? Nuclear has already saved over 2 million lives and counting since it started around 60 years ago. What other implication can we get from that? The other implication is that because we avoided nuclear in 1986, we built 55% of coal instead. We built 20% of gas instead. And we caused the early premature death of a few thousand Filipinos and Bataenos because we avoided nuclear. So we could have saved those lives, we could have extended those lives had we gone nuclear in 1986. And that's not being talked about by the media. When media talks about nuclear, the paradigm, the frame of the conversation is, delikado yan, bakit natin papasukan yan? Di ba pwedeng baliktarin? Nakakaligtas yan ng buhay. Bakit di natin pinasukan ng araw pa? So yun ang kabaliktaran po ng frame na sana makita po ninyo. Sana po may light bulb na sumindi sa pag-iisip ninyo. Kasi sa maraming parte po ng mundo, gano'n na po ang nangyayari. A lot of media is turning the corner and asking the question from the other side of the coin. The world is going more and more nuclear. Finland, Sweden, itong mga contra-nuclear to noon, even Denmark. No? In Finland, you have the first case of Greenpeace actually endorsing nuclear. It's never happened before in the world, right? There's a big focus now on the failure of German energy Wende, which is wind and solar. So the price of electricity now in Germany for industrial users is 2 to 3 times higher than industrial users in Nuclear3, which is their neighbor next door. To the point that companies like BASF have announced that they are going to leave Germany and locate in the United States and China because they can no longer afford the price of electricity in Germany. Germany is deindustrializing because they left nuclear. Why are we trying to copy them? They are rich, we are poor. Look at our per capita consumption of electricity. It is among the lowest in the world. We are half the population of South Korea, and yet their generating capacity is 6 times bigger than us. That means we are 1/12 their per capita consumption. And here you have the DOE pushing Engr. Are we asking our people to save more electricity when they're already consuming so little of it because of the price? The price is the biggest driver for Engr. Not the expenditures of the DOE in pushing Engr. We should not be concentrating on Engr. We should be concentrating on how to lower the price of electricity. For every 1,000 megawatts of coal or gas that we have, and I say gas because Palampaya is drying up, and the DOE has now started giving permits for big companies to build LNG receiving terminals. So this will be important in the future. Every 1,000 megawatts is between $700 million to $1 billion of imported fossil fuels. If it's nuclear, it's only $20 million. So there's a huge difference in foreign exchange expenditure that the country must do every year just to make sure we have electricity. We are sending our families abroad to earn these dollars. And here we are squandering it every year by importing these massive amounts of fossil fuel just to burn for electricity. We could be using that money to import more durable materials, more scarce needs to make everything in the Philippines cheaper. If we stop importing for fuel, our peso-dollar exchange rate will improve. It will help the entire economy. So ang dami pong benefit ng nuclear na hindi nakikita ng, well, I'm sorry to say, hindi nyo po nakikita sa media. And sana po, you do your homework, you do your due diligence. Kasi hindi lang po ito opinion. These are all, everything we are telling you here is based on fact. I mean, we can show you the numbers. These are not opinions or assertions. These are factual. The problem po with wind and solar, and I'm sorry, Angelica, kasi si Angelica tinutulak niya ang wind sa Taiwan. Ako po kontra, kasi para sa akin, yan po ang Trojan horse na ginagamit ng malaking kumpanya para ma-justify ang pasok nila sa imported LNG. Kasi po, tulad sa solar, sa Pilipinas, 15% capacity factor means gas 85% of the time. Wind, 40% capacity factor means gas 60% of the time. So, that is really the business that they are after. And ayoko po na idahilan later on na stranded cost, kaya kailangan ipagpatuloy, natali na naman tayo sa leeg sa dekadang importasyon ng bilyong-bilyong dolyares na halaga ng imported fossil fuels. Pwede naman mawala yun eh. I find the program of the DOE too timid when it comes to nuclear and too optimistic when it comes to wind and solar. They are projecting 94 gigawatts of wind and solar. And how many gigawatts of nuclear? 4.5. It's unbalanced. We are now at 22 gigawatts total buong Pilipinas. Ang sabi ni NEDA, by 2040, it will double. So 22 times 2, 44. Diba? If you read EO 164, the previous administration DOE projected 68 gigawatts. And here, our own DOE today is projecting 90 plus gigawatts just for wind and solar. Why? Because low capacity factor, they're admitting it. And how much gas are they going to build to back that up? And that's what's going to tie us up. So if nuclear backs up that solar and gas, that solar and wind, then we don't need to import the gas. And that's the big money saver right there. So sana po, gawin niyo po ang inyong due diligence. I'm very hopeful that we can change the outlook of all our countrymen. To give you an update on the bill, I hope that before the break, we could have passed it on second reading. At naubusan po ng oras, naubos po yung oras sa pagtalakay ng ating national budget. But I'm hopeful that between November 8 and November 15, lalabas na po sa Kamara on second and third reading. And then nandun na po sa Senado, hopefully. Maganda pong bill. Sa palagay ko, grabe po ang pag-usisa ng lahat sa bill na yun. So, I'm very hopeful for that. So, I'll just leave it to open forum. You ask me questions, you ask us questions, and I'll give it back to Gail. Maraming salamat po.